Hello, who are you and what you do?
Hi, my name is Anita. I work for Progress DataRPM as the go-to-market strategist for industrial IoT and data science.
And what actually your company does?
We have a predictive maintenance solution called as anomaly detection and prediction that helps and empowers asset-intensive companies to make sense of their industrial IoT data, to reduce unplanned downtime and minimize unscheduled maintenance.
Okay, how do you explain artificial intelligence? What is it?
Artificial intelligence is a truly game-changing and redefining technology that's going to redefine what does productivity mean for most companies from multiple aspects, right from workforce to operational excellence to what's possible in terms of safety and creating safer environments across the globe. So artificial intelligence is truly game-changing, not just for industrial side, but also for the consumer side in terms of how do we change and redefine what our consumer experience is going to be, both from a factory and off-factory side. So.
Very multifunctional tool.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Where is artificial intelligence used today and where you think it will be used tomorrow and in the future?
I think artificial intelligence is widely in use. There's a lot of experimentation that's happening in many fields where companies are trying to understand what could be the diverse applications. There are nuances where you're doing a lot of experiments on the day-to-day basis, like recently I was in a restaurant in Singapore where the entire service was artificial intelligence driven and it was amazing. Right from taking the order to the point of cleaning the dishes, everything was AI driven, right? That's on the consumer side of the world. And then if you look at the complex environments like the industrial factories, there too there's a lot of progress that's happening in terms of looking at ways in which you could empower your field operators to do more with less by arming them with machine health insights and in turn making them more productive, enhancing your machine life cycle, and how can you really do more with less.
All right. What are your company's most greatest projects with artificial intelligence?
We are working on a multiple and diverse use cases in the predictive maintenance space. So we work across industries, right from manufacturing, transportation, oil and gas. We work with companies who are like leading oil and gas players in the Middle East who really want to optimize the quality of oil production that happens. They want to improve and arm their field operators in complex physical locations where remote monitoring truly makes a huge amount of difference in their workloads. We also are working with certain customers who are in the semiconductor space, telecom space. Most of them really want to be able to detect and predict when their machines are going to likely degrade. So those are some of the diverse use cases that we are working on.
Magnificent. What do you think, what kind of education we need now in the schools and how we can prepare for the outcoming of the artificial intelligence?
Sure. I think a lot of universities which are really working on cutting edge technologies have already started incorporating AI and data science in their curriculum. We now have masters in data science and artificial intelligence itself. So what could be great or what could be really cool is if companies could start spreading the word in terms of what are the real applications in schools. Right now, schools are really heavy on computer and technology part of it, but what if they really started teaching people about the students who are the upcoming generation in terms of taking up all these advanced technologies? How can they go about this whole process? How can they really learn in their teaching environments how they can be more AI driven versus making it a truly more international and global approach of teaching and education? So I think that would be a cool way to do it.
Great. What do you think we can do in the future with the artificial intelligence? Let's say about in 10 years or in the 50 years or something like that. If you have ideas or thoughts about that.
Okay, I think artificial intelligence is already creating strong strides in most fields. It's truly difficult to not imagine a field where this would not venture in the upcoming times. I think personally, I love tracking SpaceX, what they're doing. They are redefining the space of physics propulsion, both upward and backward. So it will be interesting to see how we can optimize satellite monitoring concepts and using AI, how that's going to really define life beyond Earth and what's happening that side. So I think that would be interesting to see.
And very hard to predict, but everyone's have some thoughts about it and visions maybe. Do you think can it cause some harm to world in the future?
I think that's a common notion that artificial intelligence is going to remove jobs, or people are going to end up getting fewer jobs than what they could. But it's really more about enhancing your skills. There was the internet wave a couple of decades ago, and people felt the same. But then today, when we look back, all of us have really realized that it's been for the good. It's really helped us to move to meaningful work, strategic work versus the grunt work, right? So I look at AI personally as something that's augmenting human intelligence, human efforts for manual things to help them do more with less about their time and look at things that are more valuable for life. That's how I see it personally.
I agree with that. About free word, how would you summarize the message of the artificial intelligence to the world?
I think artificial intelligence is the way forward. While we are talking a lot about it and it's trending, there is still a significant amount of work that it needs to be done, both from a company and a global workforce perspective in terms of empowering and enabling us to get to a state where it's truly AI. We still have a long distance to go there, but I think a lot of companies are making the right moves to kind of get there at some point. So I think the blueprint is there. They're just figuring out in terms of putting together the siloed components of their ecosystem of how you can make a truly end-to-end AI system.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It was great talking to you.